Hi everyone, it's Mike with Launch Your Startups, and in today's video, I want to teach you how much money you need to get started on Shopify. Just want to give you a full cost breakdown of everything that I pay, my full total cost when I first was initially starting, what I think are the requirements, like the basic necessities of what you need to kind of get started on Shopify and start your business. So let's just get right into it. All right, full cost breakdown. So the very first thing that you obviously need is a Shopify account. As I explained before, for those who don't know what Shopify is, it's basically a tool that helps you create a website with no coding experience needed, no technical things needed. It helps you create, a website where you could sell a product online. It deals with the website itself, a payment gateway for you to receive your money, and overall it just organizes it into a very user-friendly platform. So the initial starting, if you want to go and play around with the Shopify website with no credit card required, there's a 14-day free trial. So you go around, make your own website, play around with it, get a feel for it. Obviously, there's other platforms or other tools. I specifically use Shopify because it works for me and it was really user-friendly when I was first getting started. But it's a good, really low rate at just starting at $29 a month. Their credit card fees, 2.9% plus 30 cents. If you use Shopify payments, there's actually no transaction fees. You can see here the staff accounts are 2, number of products unlimited, file storage unlimited. So that's one of the cool things that I love about Shopify. So first thing, Shopify is $29 a month. Next thing is a domain name. So I go through GoDaddy. You could actually go through Shopify when you're finding your domain name. I'm not exactly sure what they charge you, and they could kind of put the costs in your total. I'm not sure if it's monthly cost or yearly cost that you'll see on your Shopify billing, but I know that you can get a domain name through them. I like to go through GoDaddy just because that's where, I have multiple domain names that I own, so I like to go through GoDaddy. GoDaddy has really good customer service with me. I haven't had a bad experience with them. So let's just look up your big ideas123.com. So you can see here they're probably at $11.99 or $11.99 a year. Continue cart. And then an additional cost that I like to include is the privacy protection, which is $7.99 a year. So that's about $18 included with the privacy. That's about $18.99 a year, which is not bad. My tips for finding your domain name is no more than 3 words. You could get kind of creative with this. It's pretty rare to find a 2-word domain name. If you try to find a 2-word domain name, I'm sure a lot of it are taken. Even actually, there's a lot of the 3-word domain names that are taken. So if you look right here, yourbigideas.com, someone bought it and now they're trying to resell it for $2,500. I highly advise against that. I mean, unless there's a domain name that you really want, it might be less than a few $100s, but paying $2,500 for yourbigideas.com, I wouldn't see as worth it. There's plenty of domain names that are available that are easily useful. What you want to do is just create a domain name that kind of describes your product, simple, short, and memorable. So something that everybody could just kind of remember off the top of their head. I don't like choosing domain names where you're making up words or you're using fake words and adding a Z at the end. I don't recommend that, or even using hyphen. So that could be a separate video on how I could help you choose your company name. But basically, your domain name is your company name. So that is the next one. So we'll go with your domain name, which is $11.99 a year, plus the privacy feature, which is $7.99 a year. Like I said, you could do it through Shopify. I'm not exactly sure what their pricing is. It might be even less. I don't know if they offer the privacy feature, but that's just something to keep in mind. The next one that I have is the Gmail Business Suite. So basically, this is what allows me to get like a professional email like this, mike@yourdomainname.com. When you're starting a company, it's like I said before, when you're trying to brand and you're trying to create this company, you want to have this illusion or this perception that you're a huge professional company. And something like this is, I would say, is a requirement. I wouldn't take a business professionally if it was mike@gmail.com. It just makes you look really professional. Something in the beginning that I would put is like info@launchourstartups.com. So let me double check, but I'm pretty sure they're about $5. So Gmail Business Suite. Pricing. Yeah, so I don't know why anyone wouldn't get it. It's only $5 a month. 30 gigabytes storage is more than enough. And these are kind of like everything that's included. It's the way you use it is just like Gmail if you have a Gmail account. But like I said, it lets you create a professional email system like this, mike@launchourstartups.com. And it's that perception of a brand, a huge company, and that's a whole other thing that you really want to look professional when you create your brand. So this is $5. Pretty sure, is it $5? $5 per month. Another thing I like to use, or I do use, is Aweber. So Aweber, we'll go here. Aweber pricing. So what is Aweber? So it's basically a email marketing system that lets you collect all your emails and then market your emails to, so when you send these marketing emails to your customers and you want to upsell them or you want to remind them about a sale, this is what you go through, or this is what I use. I use Aweber. It's $19 a month. I think, for up to 500 subscribers. The more subscribers you have, the more the price goes up. So you really want to, from the very beginning, is capture your customers' emails. And this is what separates yourself from like Amazon, FBA, and your own business on Shopify. Like when you're your own business on Shopify, you are your own entity, you're your own business. And now each time someone comes in to your website and you create an email pop-up box where you collect people's emails, you kind of own them. You're able to market to them whenever you want. When you have a new product coming out, when you have a new sale, email marketing is required if you want to be successful on e-commerce. This is the number one thing. Like once you own that email, you're able to market to them whenever you want, and you just you're able to use that for your Facebook ads, for Facebook lookalikes. Getting that email is priceless, and you want to do this from the very beginning, and you don't want to lose out on any customers. And something like Aweber is perfect for that. You want to start with this from the very beginning. So I choose Aweber. That's what I personally use, and I pay about $19 a month. So that's $19 a month. Other things I include not required, are Shopify apps. So Shopify has its own marketplace where they sell apps. The two things that I own on there are the countdown timer. So I create a sales countdown timer. And the reason why I do that is because it creates a sense of urgency. I try to set one up maybe like once a week, and it's just a sale that I have, maybe like buy two for a certain price or free shipping if you buy in bulk over $50. So that's another thing in terms of like raising your conversion rates on your website is, one, you want to create a sense of urgency, and two, you want to provide social proofing. And with social proofing, the other app I use is something like, I forgot what it's called, but it lets anyone that goes on my website, you get to see who just bought online or who just bought a product from me. So there's plenty of Shopify apps. You can go through it. You can kind of find out what works best for you. This is not required, but it is just $9.99 a month. Another one is your company logo. Company logo, you can use, when I first initially did this, I went on Craigslist and I just hired someone on Craigslist, just hired a freelance graphic designer to pay or to kind of make my logo. So it's just a freelancer, and they only charged me $50. So like I said, to be professional, you want this company logo, which will go in terms with your domain name. And that's something that you really need to do to look professional. And then after that, your initial marketing costs. And this can vary, but we'll talk about it, why it's going to cost this much. So $500 is your initial marketing costs. I want to tell you how I was able to do it in other videos, but initial marketing costs will include your influence marketing. So I wouldn't even dab into Facebook ads and paying these ads when you're initially starting, or Instagram ads, YouTube ads. You want to just get the ball rolling. And what I initially started with my marketing costs was Instagram influencers. And normally that can cost $50 to $100 per shout out, or if you want to start some type of promotion with them, $500 is perfect for you to get started. And then the last thing that you need, obviously, is the product. So the product costs, I would spend about $500 to $750. And this can vary, obviously, with the price of your product. I want to find something online that is, no more than $5 that I'm able to sell for $20 to $50, somewhere around that range, where you're making $15 to $20 per transaction. So for your bulk order, you want to spend about $500 to $750. But there's I have little tricks to where your product costs could be fairly low. So I have a trick, something like pre-orders, in which that's something I did. So I was able to pay for all this and save the $500 to $750 initially, because I was able to order my initial samples and then take high quality photos, and then that was it. Then that's what I used for my current website, and then I did pre-orders. This is key. This is just a technique that I use if you don't want to take that gamble or that risk in buying a lot of products, and then still being able to test the market to see if you have a in-demand product or not. So this is a really nice technique that you can use with Shopify, and that's why I love it. You can get validation, you can test the market without actually buying that first bulk and risking losing all that money if you find out that your customers, or there's actually no need for it in the market. Something that you actually cannot do with Amazon FBA. I know I'm doing a lot of comparison with that, but it's just the reason why I love Shopify so much. So I'm able to do a full breakdown. If you have any questions, again, shoot me an email at mike@launcherstartups.com. leave a comment, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions. Just looking for new ideas for my next videos. I just want to help you guys out, teach you guys what I know, and then we'll kind of go from there. Again, I hope you guys have a great day.